Okay, folks, thank you for joining us. We are going to go ahead and get started with our presentation. My name is Valerie Van Boeven, and you are here for the Help for Aging Veterans presentation. First, I'd like to thank Veterans Home Care for sponsoring our website, and with that, I'm going to go ahead and ask Howard Laterman to say a few words, and then we'll get started with our presentation. So, Howard, if you'd like to say a few words.
Sure. Well, first of all, I want to thank everybody from both myself and Bonnie Laterman for coming today and taking the time and showing the interest in our new marketing efforts with LTC Expert Publications, which Valerie Van Boeven and George Novison own. Their company has developed many sites over the years in the healthcare industry, and many of you may be familiar with Valerie. She speaks around the country on healthcare topics. They have developed several of these types of sites in the past. They're called authority sites, specializing in different areas of healthcare and the senior population. We had now launched this new site with our efforts, and it's called helpforagingveterans.com. This site, again, is an authority site designed and intended to help our veterans, surviving spouses, and their families navigate and learn about veterans benefits. And with that, I'd like to turn the meeting over to Valerie and George.
Great. Thank you so much, Howard. We appreciate it. And just so we can give you a little bit of an agenda here, I'm going to do, there's a couple little introductions, talk about who we are, talk about the Help for Aging Veterans program, the next steps for you all, and then questions and answers. We'll take plenty of those, but we will only take them at the end so we can get through the whole presentation. That way, if some people need to move on with their day, they can do that. We will take questions in two ways. The best way to ask a question is for you to type it in. So the little control panel that you have now that you're logged into our webinar, there's a little word there that says questions. You should be able to see that. And you can type in a question anytime you want. You don't have to wait until the end of the webinar to type in a question. But at the end of the webinar, I will open that panel up, and we will go through and answer all your questions. The other way is, and again, I won't do this till the end, but the other way is to, you can raise your hand. So there's a little hand there, and if you press on that, you raise your hand, I can unmute your line. We don't want to unmute everybody's line. Lots and lots of people signed up for this, so we want to make sure if we unmuted everybody, it would be craziness. So you can raise your hand, but we prefer that you type in your question and ask it. That's the easiest way for us to do without a lot of noise in the background. So with that, just as introduction, my name is Valerie Van Boeven. I'm a registered nurse, authored some books, and done a few things in the web industry over time. And LTC Expert Publications is our business. And with that, I'd like to also introduce my business partner and co-owner, George Novison. Hi, George.
Hi, Valerie. Welcome, everybody.
George is located in Boston, and I am located in the St. Louis area near Bonnie and Howard. And just coincidentally, our companies decided to work together. And the good news is that we're close enough I can hang out at their office sometimes. So they've invited me to an event, which I really enjoyed. So we really are going to have a good time working with Howard and Bonnie and all of their staff, and Susan and everyone over there. So that is our little introduction. I just want to show you kind of who we are. Howard talked a little bit about authority sites. And if you look at this graphic, you can see in the middle there's a website called ltcsocialmark.com. And that is probably our biggest or our main marketing website for our business. And surrounding that, these are all the other, some of the other websites we put together. It's not all of them, but our main home care focused type websites are here. So Home Care Daily, Alzheimer's Care Today, My Senior Service, Less Caregiver Stress, the LTC Expert, and Help for Aging Veterans is added to that. There will be more of these types of sites as time goes on. Right now our focus is on Help for Aging Veterans, and we really have had a great time getting that put together and ramping it up, and it's looking very nice, and we hope that you'll be a part of that. Just to kind of give you an idea of what LTC Expert Publications does, I don't want to go into it really deeply, but just as a summary, you can see that in the middle there, that bright green, I guess, octagon, or hexagon, I guess it is. Can't count. Our client's website is in the middle of everything we do. So we create websites for home care agencies all the time. And when we create those websites, we create them as lead generation websites for the home care market. And their websites are connected to all of our websites. And all of their websites and our websites are all connected to lots and lots of different social media websites. So as you can see, it sort of starts to look like a spider web, and it just spirals out and out and out. And what happens is, when we do that for our clients, it gives them the best visibility they could ever ask for in their local area. And I'm going to show you what that looks like in just a minute. So that's kind of what we do and how we approach the internet marketing side of things from our company's perspective. So today we're going to talk about one of those hexagons, and that is Help for Aging Veterans. And if you haven't been to the website yet, this is a screenshot of the home page of the website. And I'm sure it'll have more and more content as time goes on, but it's looking very nice. If you notice on the right-hand side, it does have some social media associated with it already. So if you want to go on, you can visit the website. You can like us on Facebook, which we would certainly appreciate. You can follow us on Twitter, or you can send an email. And you can just check it out. So it's helpforagingveterans.com. So that's what we're going to talk about today, this whole program surrounding helping our aging veterans. So the benefits of the program. You know, when we talk about veterans and getting the word out to their families, their spouses, on all of the things that we need to do to educate the public about the VA aid and attendance pension benefit and how you all as home care agencies can help folks, really it boils down to better communication, which equals more leads for your home care agency, and better visibility. We really want to focus on the visibility part so that more veterans and more families can get the home care help that they need. So a website like Help for Aging Veterans, that's exactly what it does. That's exactly what it's designed to do. It's designed to give you all and the whole issue around veterans needing home care and you know, trying to find out more information about the VA aid and attendance pension benefit. It's all about getting them the education that they need and hooking them up with the right home care agencies in their area so that they can get the right services and get that process started with that paperwork. So a little background on kind of how we all came together. Veterans Home Care chose to work with us, the leader in local search marketing for the home care industry. And the reason that we've come together is to help the members of the Veterans Home Care Network market and promote home care to veterans in their local areas. So we want to make sure that you all have every opportunity to be #1 on the first page of Google for home care for veterans in Dallas, Texas, or wherever it is that you're located. Definition of the program. This is a national website. It's designed to provide high-level visibility for participating home care agencies in their local areas. And one thing I want to mention is that I know that as a home care agency owner or marketer, you all get hit up all the time to be in a directory. All kinds of different directory opportunities out there, some of them expensive, some of them not very expensive. But I know that you get bombarded with requests to be in this directory or that directory. Some are free, some are not. It just depends. This is not a directory. It serves as a searchable directory of home care agencies, but the reality is it's so much more than that, and I want to show you why. And we're going to get to that. I'm going to show you some screenshots. So the focus, veterans and their families learn about the Veterans Aid and Attendance Pension Benefit, and at the same time learn how to start receiving care with the help and support of Veterans Home Care LLC and their local home care agency network members. So what's in it for you, the home care agency? That's a really important part of this. More local visibility for you. So if you look at my screenshot here, you can see, and now this is one of our clients, just so you know, Home Helpers of Dallas, for instance. Because of all the work that we do and the way we do our internet marketing and the way we put everything together on authority sites, you can see that in this case, Home Helpers of Dallas, and Dallas is a very competitive market, and if any of you are there, you're very well aware of that. They are #2 under the natural results. They're #2 on the map on the first page of Google for Home Care Dallas. And you can't get much better than that. They could be #1, but #1 or #2 on the maps for all of the Dallas area is amazing. So your agency will stand out from the crowd, and that's what we want to have happen with some of this. giving your website backlinks and visibility throughout your local area. It also means potentially more home care leads for you. Of course, anytime you get the word out there about your services, your website, and the things that you do in your local area, there's always a potential for more leads. And when it comes to home care services, trust is everything. You all know that. We know that. People want to trust and believe in the agency that they choose to provide the care for their aging loved one. So what happens when we put you on the Help for Aging Veterans website is that you can receive higher Google ranking. So that's part of this program. When we do all the things I'm about to talk about, what happens is your website is given lots and lots of credibility in the eyes of Google. And when it's given lots of credibility, guess what? It moves up the food chain, and it goes from maybe the bottom of page 1 to the top of page 1, or from page 2 to page 1. So all kinds of different things can happen. But the more you have credible backlinks to your website and content, the better off you'll be. So I'm going to go through the top 7 ways we can help you get better visibility and more home care leads. Your home care agency will have a profile page. So this is what a profile page looks like. And if you follow my, from the top left-hand side of this page, you can see that this is an actual live page. You can actually go on our site and see it now. Home Helpers of Hinsdale, Illinois, you can see that there's a live link, hinsdalehomecare.com, directly to their website. And in the middle, and their phone number, their actual phone number, prominently right there on the left-hand side. Their entire service area is listed there. In the middle, it's the Home Helpers of Hinsdale, Illinois, and of course their picture from their About Us and information. On the right-hand side, you can see at the top arrow on the right-hand side, you can see their logo, and then you can see something that we're going to get more in depth about on the next few slides. You can see testimonials from veterans about this specific agency. The testimonials that you're looking at right now are only about Home Helpers of Hinsdale, Illinois. They're not about other home care providers. They're only the Home Helpers of Hinsdale, Illinois testimonials. And every time we add one from them to their portion of this website, they get another listing there. And then there's on the right-hand side at the bottom, there's articles we have written, and you can't see that whole thing, but I'll show you another screenshot in a minute. These are the articles that they have contributed to the website. So one is about understanding resources to keep seniors at home, and one is, are we doing the right thing, choosing the best elder care? They submitted those articles, and I'll show you what that looks like. And then the middle arrow on the bottom, you can't see, this is just a screenshot of the top side of the page, but that is pointing to, it says Home Helpers Hinsdale, enter your information below to speak with our caring staff. That's pointing to a form. And on that form, someone can enter their information, and they will, and that information will be sent directly to Mike and Mary Depke. It will go to them. It will go to, if they are a partner with Veterans Home Care gets a copy. But anytime a lead comes to the site, they have a couple of options. They can pick up the phone and make a call, or they can fill out the form and tell you what it is that they need, and you can contact them. And those forms will go directly to you. So this is the bottom right-hand side of that page, that same page we were just on, with the testimonials, the articles we have written, and then you see my blue arrow there on the right-hand side. This shows you the form a little better too. But on the blue arrow on the right-hand side, it says news from our newsroom. And I'm going to show you what that means in just a second. But that is actually blog posts coming into this website from their website. So we are actually taking their content that's on their website and posting it on this website, which gives them what's called a backlink. And those backlinks are very, very valuable in the eyes of Google. So every time they put up a blog post, they get a new backlink on this website, and Google loves that. So that helps them with their visibility tons. Okay, your home care agency will be able to publish unique articles. So this is another screenshot. This is also Mike and Mary Depke's article, and this is one that they submitted. So you can see that they have the same things going on. First of all, If someone clicks on an article written by Mike and Mary Depke of Home Helpers of Hinsdale, they're not going to see somebody else's stuff. They're not going to see another home care agency's information. They're going to see Mike and Mary's information. With a little magic and programming, what we do is we make sure that if they click on that article, that they see Mike and Mary's website, contact information again. In the middle there, you can see by Mary and Mike Depke, owners of Home Helpers of Hinsdale, Illinois. And that is a live link. You can click on that, and it'll take you to their expert author page, which we will talk about. And then you can see their logo and their testimonials again. All of this is so important. If someone is looking at your material, we want it to be your material they see, not someone else's. And by the way, when you sign up for this program to be on this website, these are all of the things that you get. This is so much more than just a simple directory listing. It is not a directory listing. It is a complete profile of you and your agency and all kinds of good things about you. Okay, so your home care agency will be able to publish testimonials. Let's look at what that looks like. So what we asked Mike and Mary to do was send us some testimonials that were from veterans or their families, and they did that. They sent us 4, and so we put a title on those testimonials, and we keyworded them correctly. So in this case, this client and their family lived in LaGrange, Illinois. So we put the testimonial there, keyworded correctly, and they knew exactly what kind of a spouse or what kind of a veteran they were dealing with. And they also, remember, on every single page that belongs to you, it's only your stuff that shows up, and it's also your form that shows up below everything. So you can see my bottom arrow there is pointing to another form. So every time somebody finds you or your information on this website, they are led directly back to you, either by phone number, by website, or by form. They're not going to be handed over to someone else. Your home care agency will be able to have an additional expert author page. So in this case, we've changed things around just a little bit. All the sidebars are the same, so you still see all the same information. But because Mike and Mary contribute an article, they are now considered expert authors. So we put that up there for them. This is also what we would do for press releases and anything else that we generate because of your participation in this website. So you can see that their website address is there, their phone numbers again, and then instead of the information being about their business, it's actually now more about Mary's bio there, and then Mike's is below it, but you can't see that. There's also a form at the bottom of this page that leads right back to Mary and Mike's home care agency. Do you have a blog? Your home care agency can showcase your blog posts from your website to helpforagingveterans.com. So what I was talking about a few minutes ago was that because Mike and Mary have a blog, and we actually manage that for them, so that's why we know they have one, we put their blog posts on the right-hand side of their page. So now all the blog posts that they publish, or at least the top 4, the most 4 recent ones, show up on this website for them, and that gives them a backlink and lots of credibility in the eyes of Google. So my arrow is pointing to an article that says, Senior Care in LaGrange, Illinois, Understanding the Resources that Keep Seniors in Their Own Homes. If you were to click on that right now, it would go to this page. Notice it goes right back to their website, to their blog, to their information. So we are actually linking right to their website so that if someone were to click on one of those things and go away from the Help for Aging Veterans site, they would go directly to Mike and Mary's website. And those are the people they probably are going to want to contact for help. So either way, we have it all set up to go right back to Mike and Mary. Remember, if you have any questions, you can type them into your little questions control panel, your little pane there. You can type in your questions anytime, and we'll take them at the end. Okay, your home care agency will receive free promotion and press releases. So what we do is, once this program goes live, and that will be September 28th, we will start generating press releases for every single agency that is involved. So in other words, when you become, you're on the website, we will generate a press release for you. It will be in a Word document. We will not only post it on our site, but some of our other sites like Home Care Daily, it'll go up there. We'll also send you the Word document, so if you want to use it on your website, if you want to use it, fax it over to your local paper or your local, internet site that's about local news, you're welcome to use it however you like. We will fashion the press releases. We'll take care of it. and we will send it to you to use as you wish. But we will take that press release and post it on some of our authority sites so you get lots of backlinks and visibility from there. And there will be your phone number and your information, your contact information on that press release. So most of you, if you haven't already signed up, and I know lots of you on this call have already signed up, and I appreciate that, how much does it cost? Well, we know that the program is going to end up being offered for $495 a year. Right now, it's $180 a year for all of you because you are, and we're invited to this and are participating through through Bonnie and Howard. So right now for you, it's $180 for a year, not a month, but just for the year. After launch, which is after September 28th, any general home care agency that's not affiliated with either Howard and Bonnie or with us as a client, it's going to be $495 a year for them to join. For Veterans Home Care, LLC network members, it will be $295 a year, and for any of our clients, it'll be $295 a year. So this is the best deal you're going to get. It will end September 28th without fail. If you want to sign up, and we're going to take questions next, the next steps for you is if you want to have all this stuff and get everything filled out and get up on the website, helpforagingveterans.com/4-providers. 4-providers. So you want to go there to sign up. It's $180 for a full year. The offer ends September 28, 2012, and we'll change the pricing on the website after that. So be sure and get signed up long before September 28th. The other thing is lots of people are signing up, so we're going to have a backlog. It's going to be first come, first serve, because that's a lot of work that you saw there that we have to do for each and every one of the home care agencies, and there'll be lots of communication. So if you want to get your profile up and get started, don't wait till the 28th, because by that time we'll be backlogged for about a week, so, or more maybe. So just go ahead and get started, and you can get your stuff all up on the website. We will send you all the links to all your pages and all your information and instructions and how-tos and all that stuff. As soon as you're up and live, you will know it because you'll get plenty of information from us. So next we're going to take questions and answers. If you have any questions about the website, you can call George Novison or email him at george@ltcep.com. And, or you can call us at toll-free 888-404-1513. Now, they're also on that For Providers page. I'm going to leave this up here. There is a form that you can fill out on the right-hand side, and that will come directly to George and I in case you have any questions before you sign up. But we certainly will take any questions that way, or you can just call us. So with having said that, George, if you could unmute your line for a minute.
Hello.
Did I miss anything? Is there anything I should have said that I did not say?
No, I think you covered everything. The differentiation between this and other kinds of directories or things that are out there is this is really a publishing engine. You can have as much content on the web as you have quality material to publish. Each one of those pages that Valerie talked about is a search engine optimized page for a town in your territories. So all those sets of pages float out there, and as the site gets bigger and bigger, and more ranking is distributed throughout the network, those pages are going to show up on searches for home care, and that's how additional way people can find you other than getting your own website up to the top. So that's an important thing to think about.
Right. It's and just to add to that, for clarification, on the testimonials, if you send me 10 unique testimonials that are from veterans that you want to put on that website, if you send those in to us, you have 10 additional pages on this website because each testimonial gets its own page. And that is very, very good. And also, all your information is on all of those 10 pages. So it makes it a very worthwhile endeavor to collect those testimonials. Those can't be more valuable. They are so valuable. And the other thing is articles. If somebody in your office really likes to write, or you have some information that you want to share, it's okay to submit that stuff to us. There are things that we don't want, like articles from other websites and things like that. We can't do duplicate content. We want it to be unique or well-written. But having said that, you're welcome to contribute articles and content anytime you want. And the more articles you contribute, the more pages you have on the website. It doesn't cost you any more to do that except for your time to collect or write those things. So that's really important. And don't forget to write your questions down in the questions pane. You can just type your question in, and I'll go through and answer them. I do have a few questions for us to answer. The first one is from Mark, and can you provide us a comprehensive list of exactly what we need to provide you, blog, site, testimonials, etc., before 9/28? Yes, actually, we can. Once you sign up, there is you're redirected to a page that has you fill in all of the pertinent information that we need from you. And once you fill in that information and we get your pages, we need to get your basic pages live. And then we will send you some information on what else we can add to it and what we would like to see from you. But you sign up, you get redirected to an information question page, you fill that out, and once we have that information, we can get all your basic listing stuff up, or your basic profile pages up. And once we do that, then we'll say, okay, Mark, we got all your basic stuff up. Now we need to know if you have any testimonials, here's where you submit them. We will take care of helping you walk through this process, so don't ever worry about that. How much will it be after the first year? Katie's asking that question. George, would you like to answer that?
The price will go to the discounted price for Veterans Home Care Network members.
So it should go to $295 a year.
It will never go above $295 at all for network members.
Right. So if you like what you see and it's given you some nice visibility and you're on the first page of Google for lots of different reasons, you're probably going to want to continue. But even at $295 a year, I think, isn't that $25 or less a month or something? I don't remember what we said that was. But it's still pretty cheap even at $295. That answered two questions from Katie and Gretchen. From start to finish, how long does it take to be up and running? From Colleen. From start to finish, it takes about maybe a week to 2 weeks, depending on how long you wait to sign up. If you sign up next week, I'm already going to have 30 people in front of you to put up on the website. So the sooner you get your stuff turned in to us, get yourself signed up and fill out the form that we immediately redirect you to, then the sooner yours will go up. So a week to 2 weeks. It doesn't take that long, really. It just is a matter of, we have a lot of volume right here in the beginning, so we're going to have a lot of folks to get up and running. Alex, side question, do you also build individual websites for agencies? Well, Alex, of course we do. We'd be happy to do that. If you go to any of our main websites like theltcexpert.com or My Senior Service or LTC Social Mark, you'll be able to see, actually a good one, the easy to remember is homecarewebsitedesign.com, homecarewebsitedesign.com. That's got kind of a portfolio of lots of our different websites on it, and you can see what we do for agencies. If you need help with that, thank you for asking, Alex. We'd be happy to help. Okay, next question is, being a home care agency in Florida, our market in many ways is the children of seniors. Those people live far away from their retired parents in sunny Florida and far away from our South Florida office. How can we target these children of seniors in places like New York, California, etc.? Mark, that's a great question, and I'm happy to answer that for you. When your pages are all, and I don't know where you are, Mark, I'm going to make this up. Let's say you are in Sarasota, Florida. If you have 5 or 6 pages on our website, or even 3 pages on our website that are all optimized for home care in Sarasota, Florida, or veterans home care, or help for veterans, or assistance for veterans in Sarasota, Florida, and all those different keywords, VA aid and attendance pension benefit in Sarasota, Florida, all those different keyword phrases that we're optimizing this website for. When that happens and your family members who are in New York type in home care Sarasota, Florida, they're going to find that, or veterans home care, or help for veterans in Sarasota, Florida, they're going to find Mark's pages are on the first page of Google. His testimonials are on the first page of Google. Or his articles that he has submitted are on the first page of Google. So the good news about this is that it's a nationwide website. And the other good news is that when people who live very far away from their aging parents search, they're going to type in the location of their aging parent either by city, by zip code, by county, sometimes mostly by city and state. Usually they use city and state. And when they do that, what we want for you all is to show up very prominently, especially when it comes to caring for aging veterans. So they will find you, your testimonials, your articles. So that's why when you think about this program, it's not a one-time directory listing. You have the opportunity to add pages and pages and pages to this. The more testimonials you send, the more articles you contribute, whatever you want to do is okay with us. We want to help you be successful in this market and wherever you are. How many agencies have been invited from? Well, I don't know the answer to that, Teresa. Maybe Bonnie or Howard might know the answer to that, but we don't have any exclusivity, so anyone in the Veterans Home Care Network can participate. Howard, do you have any ideas of how many people in the Los Angeles area might have been invited to this webinar?
About 20, I'm going to say, somewhere around there to start with.
Sure.
Of course, the Los Angeles area is a very big area.
Oh, yeah. So let's say, Teresa, that you service Los Angeles, but there are certain municipalities within the Los Angeles area that you really can narrow it down to. So if there are certain cities and towns that are specific to you, that you may cover all of Los Angeles, but if you can give us the names of some smaller towns within Los Angeles that are very important to you, then that might be the best way to go. Think about mailing addresses. And as opposed to counties or areas. Get as close down to the real, what we ask you for, when you fill out our form, we ask you for your 10 cities that you like to service or that are in your area, or 10 areas that are in your area. And we really want you to list 10 towns. So inside of Los Angeles, give us 10 towns, and you will see some visibility based on that. If you have one agency with 2 locations, would it be 1 fee or 2 fees? That comes from Jim. And George, would you like to answer that?
Sure. The profile pages and the content pages are all centered around one profile, so you can have a listing. You can list your service area on that profile, but if you have 2 main offices that are far apart, we suggest that you do purchase 2. But
right.
Most companies, if you just have a large territory and they're contiguous, you could purchase 1 and just list in the service area all the towns you cover. Either way is okay.
Okay, so if you were in northern New Jersey and southern New Jersey, you might want to have 2 listings because your offices are going to cover such different territories. But if you have 2 offices that are within, say, 5 miles of each other, and they kind of just service different parts of town, or 10 miles of each other, you might be able to get away with 1 listing. We will only list 1 office location on all of your profile pages, just to keep it simple for us and fair for everybody else. We'll only list 1 office. You are welcome to purchase more than 1 if you want to. That is completely okay to go in and fill out information for 1 and then go back in and purchase another one for the 180 if you want. But if they're close together, you might be able to get away with just listing 1. Does anybody else have any questions? I've gone through all the questions I have on my screen, but if you have any more, please send them in. Here's another one. It's my understanding that if a company does not have a website, you create a website for them. Michelle, that would be not quite that simple. If you do not have a website, we are happy to still do everything that we do for you on our website. And we do create websites for home care agencies, but part of this program is not to create a free website for you. So if you wanted to engage with us and talk to us about creating a website for you, that would be a great lead generator for you. We would be happy to talk to you about that. But this program is separate from that issue, and that you're welcome to have a profile and do all the things that we can do for you on this Help for Aging Veterans website. But if you want your own website, that would be like a different conversation and a different set of fees and everything. We don't, we're not giving away any websites, unfortunately, but this is a pretty good close second. Let's see, what is the phone number we can call with any other questions? The phone number is toll-free, 888-404-1513. 888-404-1513 if you have questions. The next question we have is, are the home care agencies being listed by alphabet or by the time they sign up? Well, Barry, right now they're kind of listed in there alphabetically because we just have some samples in there. But probably, usually what our website information does is it lists by the latest post. We probably will change that. In some cases, it'll be listed alphabetically, and in some cases, they're going to be listed by the date or the time of the post. So it'll be kind of a mixture of things, but we will have a generic search feature on the site. So if someone's looking for home care in Sarasota, Florida, they can type in home care for veterans in Sarasota, and they will get just that provider that is in the Sarasota area or providers all on the same page. So sometimes it's going to be alphabetical, but most of the time it's going to be by date they signed up. We'll have all kinds of variances on the website. Anybody else have any questions for me, for George, for Howard? Anything else we can answer for you? I don't see any hands raised. I don't see any more questions, so I think we might be done. So yes, thank you. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on the webinar. I will send out the replay to everybody, so if there's someone else in your office that wants to watch this, please feel free to forward them the replay information. And we appreciate you and all that you do for veterans and for all of our aging adults, and we hope that you join us. I think you'll really get a kick out of it and learn some new tricks of the trade that we can help you become more visible in the market. So with that, I thank Howard, Bonnie, George, everybody. Thanks for being on the call, and we'll talk soon. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.